Welcome back to the second tutorial, and today we will use After Effects. Let's jump right in. Okay, After Effects right now. I want to show you really quick, if you don't know it, how to export your mist pass and your final image from Blender. First of all, make sure that you have checked here the use nodes, and then we need a file output node, and then link up here our image, which is cool. And for the second one we need the mist pass, and for this you have to go to the view layer properties and make a check by mist. And now for our scene right now we have to change the mist pass to 0. By the way, if you want to have the Blender file to recreate this one, you can download it. Link is in the description. So now we want to use for our final image here 16-bit, no compression, and because we have no alpha in this layer or in this final image, we don't need to have an alpha. Okay, and the next one will be the mist, and as you can see, by adding an input we can hook up here the mist from this one to this one, and we have to change nothing. I think we can leave it now. Okay, and then you only have to choose an output folder and then hit render image. So here we are now in After Effects, and yeah, we imported our images. And yeah, first of all, I like to make a comp out of here of our render. Maybe let's rename this to render and put this one as well into a comp. And yeah, now we can put all of this stuff here in a new comp, which will be here. Okay, now we have here our mist path and our render in one comp. And yeah, what we will do now is we will add here these column themes from Ian Hubert. I will put a link for this one into the description. What I want to do is I want to put this theme color column here behind this trash bin. So now we have to use here our mist pass. And yeah, first of all, maybe let's do not this one, maybe let's screen this one here to our scene. Add is a little bit too bright here for this one, I think. So let's use the screen. And now we have to select here the Luma Matte from the mist path, or with this one you select here the Luma Matte with the mist path, which is here the upper comp. You can use the Luma Matte only for black and white masks, and yeah, you can choose the alpha matte as well, but for our mist path there are only black and white colors, so we have to select Luma. Okay, so first of all let's add here a curve on our mist path. And by the way, I use here the console plugin from Video Copilot. It's really cool. So yeah, let's add here a curve. And what we can do now is when we put this slider here over there and this one a little bit back, we can create a silhouette or a black and white mask for our theme now, which is really cool. And yeah, we always not always, we will do this a lot in this tutorial. So yeah, This is the key here now. So okay, let's hide this one for now. Now you can see that our here our steam column is behind our trash bin, which is really cool. So maybe let's add here another curve and increase here a little bit the brightness, and maybe let's add here a reddish, and maybe yeah, that we can get here a little bit, maybe yeah, here some pinkish fog. Maybe that's cool. And now yeah, let's put this one a little bit here behind. Okay, I think that's cool. Yeah, let's duplicate this one here by pressing Ctrl and D, and now we can easily put this one here over to this, to the yeah, what is it, manhole, sewer kind of thing. And yeah, let's scale this one a little bit down, and maybe we will make it a little bit more bluish so it will fit a little bit more here into the scene. And maybe we can offset this one here so that it's not the same for yeah, the same animation for this fog here. Okay, cool. So what I want to do now is to add some rain here in the back of this alley thing here, because we have no covering here. And yeah, in After Effects I think it's possible to do. In Blender there was no way for me to add easily here some rain stuff in the compositing. You can add these rain stuff in Blender, of course, but yeah, it's today's we are talking about compositing, and for now we will do this here in After Effects. So maybe let's add here a new layer, press Ctrl and Y, or you can go here to layer, layer new, and make a new solid. So okay, and now let's search easy for rain, and we can choose here. You can make this with a particle system. After Effects has here this cool rainfall effect, so let's use this. Okay, first of all, I like to add this one, and maybe we increase here the opacity so you can see this effect here a little bit more. Okay, and now we will nearly do the same thing again, like we use or like we did here for this columns. So we have to duplicate here now our mist, put this one over our rain, and yeah, let's use Luma Matte again, and now you can see it's raining here in the floor, but as you know it, we have to adjust here now our mist path. So let's put this here a little bit back, maybe do something like this. Let's see, and maybe it's a little bit maybe it's a little bit too hard here, the edges. Let's see, but I think something like this is cool. Maybe put this one a little bit back so it will rain here on this floor here right behind our guy here. So maybe something like this. Yeah, I think we can change here the rain size a little bit to something like 2, so it's not so heavy raindrops here. Can you see this? I think, yeah, I think it's visible. Okay, so we have here now cool rain effect here in the scene. And yeah, when we have rain, we have what's left is some raindrops, I think. So let's create some raindrops here right now. And yeah, that's a little bit tricky, but I think we will get this here really quick. So first of all, let's create here new solid, and let's search for Drizzle, CC Drizzle, and as you can see, we can see nothing. Yeah, we have to edit here our solid by pressing Control, Shift and Y, because we want to change this solid and not create a new one. And we have to change this here to 50% gray. So we have no 0 black and no 100, which is which is white. So we have to use here the half. And now you can see we have here some drizzles. And yeah, let's add here a curve and increase this here to get a little hard black and white stuff, because we are now creating the texture for a displacement. And yeah, let's increase here the drip rate to maybe something like 3. And yeah, I think that's good for now. And now we have to go here to the toggle switch modes and change this one to a 3D layer. Okay, so what we can do now is press P for position and maybe Shift R for rotation. And yeah, okay, so with this position thing, we can put this one here in the back, and maybe let's rotate this here down so it will kind of fit here in the scene here. So maybe to something like this. Maybe let's rotate this one a little bit more, and we'll put this here where the rain will fall to the ground or drop to the ground. And maybe let's add here a little DC power pin so we can here adjust here a little bit here the perspective of this one more easy. So something like this, I think it's okay. So not really so important, because we will put this as a texture in the displacement, and that will yeah, only make a little detail. So okay, so that's cool for now. Now we have to put this whole thing into a comp. So you can make it by layer and make a precompose, and let's move all attributes into the new composition, because we want to have this into its own composition. So let's name it to Drizzle. And what we have to do now is yeah, now it's yeah, over our character here. So we have to copy our mist path again, so and make a mask again, so that these yeah, that the legs are yeah, that the legs are not that the drizzles are not in the front of the legs. you know what I mean. So let's create here this mask so that we have really black and white contrast. And now let's use this one again. Now you can see here, I put on here the alpha channel. Now you can see that here is our mist path now out of this out of our character. So yeah, that's looks really cool. What we have to do now is to add here a black solid underneath it so that the displacement will work correctly. So let's hide this one, and now we have to create our first adjustment layer, and you can create this one by pressing or by going here to new and adjustment layer, or you press Ctrl Alt and Y. Okay, cool. Now we will search for a displacement map. Now let's put here our displacement map, and let's choose here a drizzle. And now you can see we have here some stuff going on. Maybe let's see. I think we will go here with something like 5. Really tiny tiny numbers here right now. So if we are going into the horizontal, we will get here some stuff in the legs. So maybe let's put this one here to 20. And now you can see here in this area we have here some drizzles on the floor. As you noticed that when we are using here the displacement map, all the stuff will shift into the vertical because the displacement shifts here the stuff around. So now we have only to select here our comps, exclude our drizzle, and now we can easily shift this one here up, and now everything is fine and everything is in place. And now you can see we have here some rainy drizzles in this area. Yeah, it's a small detail, but I think that's really cool when you're using something like this. Okay, that was this one here. Now maybe placement. Okay, what's next? I think now we will add here yeah, let's let here these lights a little bit flicker. So I did this in the Blender tutorial as well. What we have to do now is a little bit easier here. Yeah, we have to create here a new adjustment layer again, and yeah, let's make here a mask, which is maybe this here, something like this. Now we can here adjust this a little bit more, and what we have to do now is yeah, put a curve on it. And as you can see here, yeah, we have a sharp edge on this one. So let's press F here, and now we will see here the feather option for the mask. Maybe let's use here something like 100. And what we have to do now is when we are going into the opacity, opacity is when you're pressing T, or you get all these settings here when you're going to the transform, and you always can see here this basic stuff. Okay, so when you're decreasing here the opacity, you will see here now we have here some stuff going on. and we don't want to keyframe this one here by ourselves, so we use a little expression now. So let's press Alt on this stopwatch here by opacity, and now we can write here a little expression which is wiggle, and the first value in the wiggle expressions is the repeat time, which will be really low, something like maybe 5. Then we have to add a comma, and now we have to add the amount, which will be 100. And now you can see we have here some flickering going on, and it's a little bit dense, but I think you can get this here. And now we have here some lights. If you have another neon stuff or something like this, you can easily put this effect on it. So, okay. And yeah, I think what I did in the Blender tutorial was to add another layer now for the film grain. So let's do this here right now. Let's add another 50% grayish layer, and let's add here, or let's search for not for film, for add grain. So, and what we have to do now is set the viewing mode to final output. And let's toggle the switches here and change this from normal to, I think you have to you have to see which one you like. I think I like more the overlay, so let's see. Let's increase here the intensity maybe to something like 2, and put the size a little bit down. So now we are getting here somewhere. So let's change this again to, soft light is a little bit, I like to use overlay, and I put the intensity a little bit down here. So now we have some film grain here going on. Yeah, I know all of the Cycles users like to don't like these grain, or it depends, but I think for some Eevee renders it's cool to use some grain, so it's getting a little bit more together, all the stuff. And yeah, it's a small thing again, but I think the whole scene gets a little bit together here right now. Okay, cool. And the last one, which I did, was I added another mist layer. Hey, what a surprise. And what you can do with this one here, when you multiply it on your scene, you can see that you get here you can adjust here a little bit these foreground and background, which is cool for me. I like to put the foreground a little bit more into the dark, so you have more focus to the background. And with this technique, you can easily adjust this again after the rendering, and you don't have to re-render everything by adjusting the lights or something like this. And I think that's saving some time maybe. And that was the After Effects compositing tutorial. I hope you like it and you learned something. If you have any questions, please let me know. See you in the next video, and bye bye.